Okay, so in this video, we are going to go over the basics of how to create a Google site. So when creating a website, one of the advantages of using a Google site is that unlike Squarespace or Wix, which will charge you a monthly or yearly fee to use their service, Google Sites is actually free with your Google account and allows you to create a website that can be seen on the internet without having to pay a monthly fee. Now, there are some things with you can do this from your school email, or if you have a Google School email, you can go through your school email or through a personal Gmail. Now, the advantage to doing this through a personal Gmail address is that you're able to add what's called a custom domain name. So instead of it being, as we'll see here in a minute, sites.google.com/view slash whatever you decided to call your site, it would end up being whatever your name of your site is.com. And this does cost a little bit more, but this is a feature that we are able to get using the Google Sites through our personal email. So to get to Google Sites, I'm going to click up here on the little apps. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. I'm going to go to More from Google. And from here, I'm going to go to Browse All Products. Now, in Browse All Products, this is everything Google does. And there it is. Towards the bottom, we have Sites. So if I click on this, I'm greeted with something very similar to what like Google Slides or even Google Docs looks like, where I have start a new blank site, start a portfolio site, student portfolio, project, event. And these are some pre-made layouts that we might want to use. Up here, we have the template gallery. If I click on this, this will show me even more things. Maybe I have a dog walker business that I want to start, or maybe I'm a photographer and I want to put up a photo portfolio, or I want to start a restaurant. All of these are available here on the template gallery. Now, the template gallery is just a suggestion. This is an easy way. For instance, if I wanted to make a portfolio, I could click on portfolio here. And it's going to give me this, hi, I'm name, a role from location. So I could say, hi, I'm Phil, a designer from Earth. And click away like this. Now, in addition to this, it also has some places that it suggests that I could put maybe a photo of myself. In this case, I'm going to grab a stock photo. And we can click up here. When we click on the image, we'll see that we get crop, uncrop, insert a link, remove, if I wanted to just not even have an image up here. Or more editing options, alt text, replace image. Alt text would be if the image doesn't work, what it's going to say. And replace image. I can go to upload. I could upload one off my computer or select one from my Google Drive. I'm going to start by selecting one here. And here we have a image. It's another image from a stock photo. And I could crop it. By clicking crop, I can move around what part I see. I want to zoom this in. When I'm done, I can click OK. Now, this is a quick way to crop images. When you're designing a portfolio website, really you want to have your images pre-cropped and ready to go so that when you put them in here, they automatically work at the size and the ratio, the height to width that you want them to be in. But there's a picture. And down here we have we have a little title here. This could be select work. I could change this. I could say my portfolio. I can change any of these little things. I could actually even go in here, selection of colors, which we'll get into here in a minute. But if I wanted, I could change this to maybe a blue. So now this blue stripe. And name of presentation. These are some ideas that you can use. You could have things I learned as a designer. Click on here. And one of the neat things this does is this allows me to select Google Slides straight from my Google Drive and put a things I learned as a designer here. I could also click on this here. I could upload an image. I could take maybe this picture here. I could even have a video if I wanted. I'll click on uploaded here. I'm going to put my motion graphics animating action verb. And this will let me go through, and if I had another presentation, I could add it there. If maybe I want to change this, I could click on this, click delete here, click on this. I could Control C or right click and copy this, Command Z, copy this, paste it. I can drag these around. I could drag an image up here like that. And right there, that's a very basic way that we could change the way that this is laid out. I can move this video between the two. And you see all I have to do is click and drag, and this lets me move things around. Put another video on here. I'm going to do maybe Photoshop Bootcamp. Select that there. Upload another image. Select another image from my drive here. Go to my drive. Let's actually do this the other way. I could also go to over here in Drive. I could actually do this. My Drive, site demo. And it looks like I only have that one picture. Maybe I have that picture of myself there. It's not me. What am I saying? Crop this again. I'm going to move it down and click OK. I could even I could even delete this or change the type. So up here at the settings, I click the little settings, set file type. I could say any content, update. It'll give me this little plus sign. Now when I go back to from Drive, now it'll let me get into my sites demo, and I could even put a video that I have uploaded onto my Google Drive in there. Now, with this, one of the things that I might want to do is preview my site at some point. To do this, to preview the site, I can go up here. We have the undo, redo. It says all changes saved in Drive. This lets me know that the site is saved. I can click preview here. What this does, this opens up a new full screen page and shows me what my site will look like if I publish it. We can click on things. We can see that, for instance, this video plays, stock video plays. And pause. You can have these YouTube links will play. And again, even your slideshows have these little arrows where you can click forward. I can go through here. I can even open this in Google Slides. And of course, because this is my site, it's going to automatically open to that. Or I can maximize that there. And there we have that. If I wanted to see what this is going to look like as a tablet, this is what it would look like on, say, an iPad or maybe a Microsoft Surface or something like that. Or even a phone. This little one over here. This will show me the same thing. This is how this will look as I get onto a phone with it. And when I'm done, if I want to go back to viewing my site, I can just click this little blue X here, bottom right corner, and we go back to our site. Now, this is all well and good, but maybe we want to have more than just this one page. Well, the templates come with multiple pages. In this case, this has an about page here that has lead with an impactful statement. I could change this image as well if I wanted. I could upload an image of, I don't know, some flowers. I could lead with this impactful statement. Client names, if I were making a site for business purposes or even for graduate school, maybe you would want to show the people you've done work for. Also, work experience and education could be put in here. Project page. This could be a very specific project that you've done. And you can put images here, a description, even more images. Next project, and we'll see how this can work. If I wanted to have a next project in here, I can click over here to pages. I can go down here, this little home, this shows me which is my first page that it'll land on. I have about, I have a project page. I could click here. I can click to duplicate the page. Let's say it said make home page there. I could say this is, let's call this next project page. Done. And if I wanted to make this, you can see up here at the top, it says project page, next project page. It automatically adds these up here. But if I wanted to make this button work to go to that next project page, I can click this little edit here. And I could go to, should be able to update the link. This could be, there we go. If you remove everything and go to next project page here, click update. And now when I preview this, this should let me, oops, we're gonna do this in phone. I'll scroll down to the bottom here and I click next project, and let's go to my next project automatically. Close that out. And let's go back to our home page here. If you're feeling adventurous, you could even make your own pages here by going new page, make a blank page called maybe, you know, photos, I don't know, something like this. Done. And up here we have insert. Click back to insert. I could add text boxes. If I wanted to have a header, this is the title, I'm going to call this My Photos. And then under this, I could do content blocks. The content blocks, I click and drag. I can add one like this. I could upload more images here. Some more stock footage here. I could even add different ones in here. Maybe I have stock photo 1, stock photo 2, stock photo 3, let's say. And I can upload, again, I'm going to use same 4 photos. And one of the things we can also do is create this collapsible. So I'll show you what this does. If I click on these and call them collapsible, now when I preview, go to the web page, the regular desktop, these should, there we go, should be able to collapse the titles of everything below them. So that if, for instance, let's rearrange this a little bit to make this look a little better, make this work. I can grab this entire section here and put this above. And now when I do this, it's going to bump everything down and say this is stock photo 2, stock photo 3, stock photo 1. And then I can collapse these back up and they hide automatically. And close back out of that. Now, one of the other things that you can do, you can start out with your own entire blank website. To do that, I'm going to click back over here. I would click on blank. And right here, it's just going to start out your title page, my portfolio. I could change this header image up here. So this starts out the header image. Maybe I want it to be this picture. Ooh, that's nice. And this is going to be called Phil's portfolio page. Now, with this, it starts out, you have no other pages. So you would have to add your own pages. And you would have to add all of your own content using the inserts here. There are other things in here. For instance, if you wanted to add social links, I could put my social links in here. And I'll show you this at Instagram.com, Twitter.com, Facebook.com. I could even add a link for my LinkedIn.com. And of course, with something like this, you'd have /profile/something/something. But if I add just this part, just the domains for LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I think TikTok is another one that can work this way too. Click insert, and we'll see that automatically it gives you the little icons, which is pretty cool. I could center this if I wanted. You'll see that it gives me the grid to be able to center, as well as the little bars to show me if I'm in the right, center, or left. And with this, of course, this is my entire site right now. And these will go automatically to the URLs. Close out of this. Let's go back to the portfolio, to our template. Another thing that you can do, we kind of touched on this briefly when I changed this to blue, is we can actually change the themes of this. So maybe you want to have your own color, your branding, your own typography that you want to add to this. And maybe that doesn't particularly matter as much to you, but you do want to have a cohesive theme throughout your website. Up here at the top, I can click Themes. We'll see this is in Simple right now. There's other ones, Aristotle, Diplomat, Vision, Impression. I'm going to choose Diplomat. We'll see that automatically it changes the font. I can even go in here, I can change the font to maybe heavy if I wanted. Change this to a maroon to match the cape there. We'll see that it changes these colors. I can go into my sections even if I wanted, and maybe I want this to all be gray. I would have to go section by section and change these out. I could even add an image if I wanted. So in this case, I'm going to upload that background. We can see that we end up with a background image as well. And we have spacers that you can add. And let's make that burgundy color in that. And when we preview, we now have a little bit more nuanced site that has colors and different typography. Now, the last thing that we're going to want to do is once you have your site exactly where you want it and everything works when you preview it, is you're going to want to go up here and click Publish. When you get to Publish, you're going to be greeted with this web address. And I could call this Phil's design page. And you can see down here, it shows us this https sites.google.com/view/Phil's design page. This is what this is going to end up being here. So another thing that we can actually do is if we wanted to, we can add a custom domain, which you do by clicking here to manage. And you can start setup and select a domain from Google Domains. This is if you have a domain that you've purchased through Google. They cost anywhere from $12 a year up to, there's almost no cap, but most of them will cost you about $12 a year. You can use a domain from a third party. If you have, say, a GoDaddy site or something that you have a .com name or a .org or a .net, .portfolio, .design website with, you can go ahead and transfer that, or you can actually buy a domain straight through Google and give them your credit card, and they'll charge you $12 a year to keep this in a professional style site. Now, one of the reasons that you might want to do this, click cancel here. I'm going to close this. go back to this. One of the reasons you might want to do that would be if you had, for instance, a web design. If you're going to try to show that you do UX or web design, you might want to have a custom domain, or if you're starting your own business, you might want to have a more memorable domain name than sites.google.com/view/Phil's design page. Now, something like this is still useful. This is, of course, the free option. And as a student, this is also very helpful because this is a way that you can put your portfolio onto any sort of online job application, or even onto a artist residency, design competition, or graduate school applications. So once I have the name that I want, I can click publish. And we're going to wait for a second here for it to publish. And I can go over here and go sites.google.com/view. There it is. Takes a second sometimes. And this is our website. It is actually on the internet. Now, right off, something I've just learned is that I forgot something. This says your name at the top. And I might want to edit this. If I go back here, I can go to your name at the top here, and I could call this Phil! Exclamation point. And to edit this, because now even if I reload, it doesn't change, I click Publish. Now when I click Publish this time, it's going to take me to a page where it shows the changes. And it says change site title from your name to Phil, and lets you review everything that you've done as you go. And this is great because this will make sure that you don't accidentally, say, delete a whole section and then not think about it until you've already hit publish and lose half your site. You can go back and go to undo. When I am satisfied that I am okay with this, I click publish again. Brings me back to that page. If I wait for a second, it should. May have cached it. Let's go. There it goes. Okay. Phil at the top there. You can see if we click on the About page, everything's there. The Project page, the Next Project page, and Photos. We're all here and all working as they should. Now, at some point, you may make a website like this, and you may decide that you want to take it down for a while, or you want to build a whole different website, and you want to pause your website being out there in the world. To unpublish your website, you can go over here to the little drop-down arrow, and we'll see that we have some other options. Review changes, publish settings. This, if you want to do publish settings, this lets you go ahead and if you bought the domain later on, or you want to change this to, my design page. So this is going to be an issue. This is going to break, links and bookmarks. You want to know this. It might be that design has already been taken. That is a great address, but it's already taken. It will check for you as you go. Phil's, amazing design is already taken. Page is not. And I can click save and it will change to that. But let's go ahead and click unpublish for now. And at this point, if I unpublish the site, it's going to tell me the site will no longer be live. You can make edits and publish your site again, which is always good. I'm going to click got it and take my site off the internet. Click Sites Home. And if you find that you've created a bunch of sites like this, anytime you click one of these, it creates a site. You may want to clean up. You can click the little things here and move to trash, and move to trash.